Hi students, so let's start with online classes. So in classes, regular classes, we were discussing chapter tissue, so we'll continue with that. So today we will discuss only the plant tissues, the first part of the chapter. So if you remember, cells are in an organism, they are clubbed together to form certain functions. So if they are all same and performing same function, we call them as tissues, and they have common functions. So if you remember, a tissue is a group of cells who have same structure and they can perform same function or identical functions. So in multicellular organisms, they have different types of tissues, both in plants and animal, and we will discuss only in plant for today. So if you remember, plant has different parts and all those parts are made up of different tissues. Now in plants, these tissues are classified into two categories. So first one is meristematic tissue, second one is permanent tissue. So in meristematic tissue, again it is divided into three types: apical meristematic, intercalary meristem, and lateral meristem. And permanent, there are simple, complex, and special. For your syllabus, only simple and complex we will discuss. So in meristematic tissue, as I mentioned, these are very young cell. They are living. They have very thin cell wall. They have dense cytoplasm. They are large. They have large nucleus and they are continuously dividing. They have a capacity to divide. So you can see in the image, these cells are very actively dividing. They have a large nucleus so that they can continuously divide. They have intercellular space. You can see there is hardly any cell wall you can see. So they have very thin cell wall and it helps them to divide easily. So as I mentioned, there are three types based on their position: apical, lateral, and intercalary. Apical, they are mostly present on the tips of the plant. Either it could be shoot system or root system. Like in this image, you can see it's a transection of a shoot. So you can see on the apex or apical part, there is a bunch of cells who are performing a function to elongate the stem or root of the plant. We call it as apical meristem. Lateral meristem, as if you remember, it helps in widening the cell or the girth or the diameter of a plant or tree. So from both root or shoot part, the diameter of the plant is increased by lateral meristem. So intercalary, it helps in expanding the nodes or the branches or the flowers, new flowers. When they are coming out, they come out of intercalary muscle. Permanent tissues are formed by division and differentiation of meristematic tissue itself. So they are mature cells which came from meristematic tissue. It has again three types: simple, complex, and special tissues. Simple and complex is for our syllabus. We will discuss that only. Special type we will not. So in simple tissue, again we have three subdivisions: parenchyma, collenchyma, and sclerenchyma. Whereas in complex tissue we have xylem and phloem. Special tissues, it's not for our syllabus, so we will not discuss any detail in this. So first, simple tissues. So simple tissue, as I mentioned, they are similar cells who have common functions. We call them as simple tissues. There are three types: parenchyma, collenchyma, and sclerenchyma. So parenchyma and sclerenchyma are living. Parenchyma and collenchyma are living, sclerenchyma are dead cells. So as you can see in the image also, parenchyma and collenchyma have nucleus, whereas sclerenchyma, it doesn't have nucleus. So that means it's dead already. And the reason is we will discuss. So first, parenchyma. So parenchyma cells are basically living cells. They are isodiametric. They are present in xylem, phloem, and other parts of the tissue. Based on their role, they have different types like aerolchyma, which are present in like lotus, which hold air, like in the image. Chlorenchyma, they are the one who help in production of the food, and storage also they do, like in seeds, fruits, or leafy vegetables. The collenchyma are the one who store the food. Collenchyma are the living tissue. Again, they are tensile strength, so they have very strong feature. They have thick wall compared to parenchyma. There are three different types: lacunate, angular, and lamellar. So based on where they are. So mostly they are present on epithelial cells. So bark of the tree, leaves, epithelial cells, or roots. So to protect this plant from outside. Whereas sclerenchyma, they are dead tissues because of the deposition of cellulose and lignin, which is in the cell wall, and that thickening cause blockage of the passage of nutrients, so they are dead. So they don't have nucleus, they don't have organelles because of deposition of lignin and cellulose in very thick concentration. So this center will be empty, and that we call as lumen. Functions of these tissues. So as I mentioned, they help in photosynthesis like collenchyma, they help in storage, they help in respiration for the plant, it helps in secretion, they give strength to the plant, flexibility, okay, and they last is complex tissue. Complex tissues, they are broadly two types, xylem and phloem, and both have a common function called conduction. So they conduct things from one part to another part, and we call them as conduction tissue also, the complex tissues. So first xylem. So xylem's only role is to conduct water from the root part or from soil to the upper part of the plant, which helps in both photosynthesis and maintenance of temperature. So there are two types of way from where they can come, procambium or xylem has three main types of cells. That's these are tracheids, vessels. Okay, so tracheids help in elongation or strengthening, vessels conduct the water, and fibers support it, and parenchyma cells help in forming of new xylem elements. So you can see tracheids and vessels, they are tube or pipe like structures which help in conduction of water from soil to the upper part of the body for photosynthesis, whereas xylem, they conduct mainly food, minerals and water. Along with that, they also come from main two sources, procambium and vascular cambium. There are two types based on the cells, protophlloem and metaphlloem. So as you can see, phloem has main four types of cells: sieve plates, companion cells, sieve area, sieve elements and fibers. So fiber is the dead cells in phloem, and the rest three are living cells, whereas in xylem only xylem parenchyma is living and rest of the cells are dead. So structure of phloem, so they have sieve cells, sieve tubes, phloem fibers and phloem parenchyma. Phloem parenchyma, sieve tubes and sieve cells are living, whereas xylem phloem fibers are dead. You can see the difference in their structures also. So xylem, as it only conducts water and minerals, so most of its cells are dead to allow the water to pass through it, whereas phloem, it is somewhat living and which helps in most of the food passage. So if you have any questions or doubt, you can note it down and text me. I will explain it in further classes. Thank you.